Hot 91, the soul of VA. I'm Alana Mercedes, and it's officially time for Club Creative Hour. And today we are in for a treat, okay? Now, if goddess energy could be infused into a clothing line, then every woman sporting ÉFANT designs would feel that much more ethereal being feeling. Now, Alyssa has used her artistic gifts to not only make custom, beautiful, and empowering apparel, she's cultivated an entire lifestyle brand rooted in divine femininity, cultural pride, and holistic expression. As the CEO and creative force behind ÉFANT, Alyssa brings intentionality to everything she touches, from clothing and cosmetics to community engagement. So her work isn't just worn, it's felt. And today we're tapping into her journey as a designer, entrepreneur, a model, and a modern day alchemist. So Alyssa, welcome to Club Creative.
Hello, thank you so much for that introduction. Oh my gosh, I'm over here blushing myself. I was already hot.
I'm so weak. Yes, I like people to know exactly what they're doing and how it's affecting other people. So I try to bundle that up into a little paragraph. That's just the tip of the iceberg.
That perfectly. I felt like I wrote it, but you made it better.
Okay, period. Okay. Now, Alyssa, well, first off, how are you feeling today? How are you?
I'm feeling extremely blessed and just grateful to be here. Thank you so much for inviting me.
Of course, girl. Are you kidding me? It's great to have you. Again, I've seen your designs all over. I've seen them on you first, and I was like, oh my gosh, where did she get that? And you made it, and I was like, oh my goodness, especially, we'll get into that. The Culture Experience Fashion Show, I was gagged, but look, so your specialty when it comes to your designs, all of your clothes to me give grown, feminine, divine, goddess, it gives all of that. It's all encompassing. So to someone who has never experienced ÉFANT, how would you describe the story that your creations are telling?
Okay, so the story behind ÉFANT, or how, so when I first did or started ÉFANT, it was actually originally because I've always had my own creative style. I was a painter first. I love art. I've always been a visual artist. I love just things that look nice, from houses to, I used to want to be an architect. But I always didn't like shopping because I just felt like I didn't like what was in the store. I always had something envisioned in my head, and I could never find what I had in my head. And then when I did like something, it didn't fit me right. And I'm a tall lady.
Yes,
so,
tall girl friendly stuff
you get
hard
it.
to
I
come
was tired
by.
of the
Yes.
high waters. It got to a point
Okay.
where, I would just forget it. People in high school, they know, I did not care. But as soon as I got out, I was like, oh yeah. One day I decided to start thrifting and alter the clothes that I would thrift. Bought my first sewing machine at Walmart for $80 and was just starting there. And I would wear my clothes all the time, and so people would just compliment me a lot, and they would be shocked that I made it myself. And then people started asking could they have one too, and it was just oh wow, you really want me to make this one? And it started with me just not saying no. I worked on that because I was taking on challenges, things that I've never done before. I think one of the hardest things I did was one of those Cinderella, a lot of tulle dresses.
Oh.
I did one of those, and then some overalls for this guy. Oh my gosh, it was crazy. But I did it though. But it was just a process. I was pushing myself to the limit. But really just more so from artistic passion driven with purpose and intention.
There you go.
Everything that you said, I really just like to make people look and feel good. I know when you look better, you feel better, and that's personally how I am. I could be going through something, but I ain't gonna look like what I'm going through.
Let's talk about that. No, seriously, that's so important. You might not be going through something, but I don't want to look like what I'm going through.
Not at all.
I really don't. So I feel that. Now, so when did you begin that transition out of art? And well, actually, let's talk about your art real quick. So you said originally you were painting. So is that something that you still do, or something you still hold dear to you? And does it impact the way that you design clothes now?
It's something that I want to do more.
Okay, I feel that.
I just don't have the time to, but I still have, my heart is in it. I still love it.
Okay, absolutely. So with your art, what is your art style when you were a painter, when you did it more often?
I like to pretty much copy what I see. I have what they call it, photographic memory.
Really? So that's a gift.
Yes, girl. I used to paint portraits of people, and I would just kind of add my own like little fantasy twist to it. So I guess you could say like AI, but like I love the fact that AI does what it does. But I would do that myself. Like I would like.
That's like I said. That is a gift to be able to have that kind of creativity. Like that's genuinely amazing. Girl, AI is nothing but a copy machine. It is at the end of the day, but it's cool that you already have that process kind of built into your mind. Like it's cool. Not a lot of people have that. Now, when you are making a new piece, I know that of course you're like, I see it in my head, but I want to make it happen. I want it to actualize it. Are there any specific events, any movements, any experiences that influence your work or influence the design of something that you might be making?
Yes, honestly, music. I love music. Like music, I can watch a music video or listen to a song and think of a design or like think of what I envision the artist to look like or what the music video would look like. That is a big inspiration for me. And then like nature, I would say, is another. Yeah, that's what I would say influences my style.
So music and nature. Like it sounds like you're very connected with the earth in a sense. You know what I mean? Even as it pertains to music, like the fact that you're able to see these things and craft them into what you visualize it would look like. I noticed a lot of your dresses, for instance. I love your dresses. They all have a very, like, they're different, of course, but they have a similar, like, I can tell when you've made it. You know what I mean? But I love all of the deep cuts, the shapes, the fit, and all is just, seriously, it's beautiful. So I think that the way that that's reflected, the way that you might see music or if is that a thing, seeing a music? I don't know, but the way you might see that in your head, like it shows on the outfits. So I think I can tell what kind of music inspires your designs. But just in case I'm wrong, what kind of music would you say it is that inspires the designs?
I love Sade. I love her so much. She just provides peace for me. Whenever I be going through stuff, my dad actually put me on to Sade. Shout out Dad. Any music that brings peace, anything that is about love and God, anything that I feel like they're singing about God, and it just puts me in I like music that puts me in like my own paradise. And that's kind of where I get that from. I be in my own little fantasy world when I be making my own stuff. And now I'm just trying to get other people to step into it too, because they all feel that way as well. They just don't.
Yes.
Yeah.
When I see your clothes, like I said, and I've seen it on or seen your pieces on notable 757 women, like of course Shan at the Culture Experience fashion show, you dressed her. Landra multiple times, model and entrepreneur. I think, like I said, I've gotten to the point where I can kind of point out when it's an ÉFANT piece. I'm so serious. I really can.
That's the goal.
You have a very identifiable style. Now, have you ever felt like you've had to choose between what feels true to your vision and what you think would sell, what you think people would want?
Absolutely. But I always make sure I stay true to my style. There's definitely trends, and I try to stay away from those, but also, I mean, you get with it or you get left behind. So it's just like I add my own flair. Like I feel like that's kind of like with fashion in general. It's always been there's timeless fashion things that are always going to exist. Virginia is like big on that. So it's things that, other people created, but I add my own little twang to it. I make it ÉFANT.
Yeah, there you go. You make it ÉFANT.
When I say I make something ÉFANT, it stands out. One of my slogan, and I always tell people this when they come to me to ask me to make them stuff. Don't ask me for anything that you can go buy somewhere else. That's one thing that I always tell people. And don't come to me if you don't want to stand out. My slogan is be the elephant in the room. So if you ain't trying to stand out, don't come over here.
I actually love that though. So you know that when you get an ÉFANT piece, you are going to be the center of attention. People are going to ask you where you got that from. I've done it every time. Where did you get that? And it always just so happens that you've made what you're wearing. But it's the truth. I love how individualistic and how standoutish it is. And I did really want to get into the confidence that's behind all of that. So ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned. Alyssa of ÉFANT Clothing in the building on Hot 91, the soul of VA. Hot 91, the soul of VA. I'm Alana Mercedes, and for Club Creative Hour today, we are joined by Alyssa of ÉFANT Clothing, of ÉFANT Organics, ÉFANT Cosmetics, the alchemist. What can I say? She does it all. And I did want to get into that confidence piece that we left off on, because with your designs, like I said, every single piece that I've seen screams confidence. I feel like you really have to be feeling yourself when you're in it. Now, is confidence a natural thing for you, or do you feel like it's something you found through designing or something that just developed over time? Like, what is that for you?
I will tell you, honestly, I struggled with confidence when I was younger. I would not say I didn't fully become confident like the way I am today until my mid-20s.
Wow.
I'm 30 now. I will also say it came from God, too.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
God had the biggest part to do with that. One of the biggest reasons why I make clothes for people is to get them out of their comfort zone. You know, the beauty of doing custom designs, I ask people, what are your favorite parts of your body? That's my favorite question to ask when they want me to make a custom design for them, because I'll accentuate that. And I also ask them, what do they not, want to show? Because I want them to feel their best when they're wearing it. I want them to know that you look the best, you standing out right now.
Yes, absolutely. I love that. So you really contour every design to each individual's personal style, but all with the goal of enhancing their confidence, like making them feel like the baddest girl in the room.
Yes.
Whatever that may
absolutely.
be.
And man.
Yes, and man. Okay.
Clothing.
Okay, I didn't know that. That's excellent. Okay, cool.
They just don't ask me.
But now we know, the public knows, because your designs, like I said, if you want to stand out, this is the girl. Seriously, this is the girl every time. And I stress it so much, but every time I see your pieces, I'm like, I need to get a little something made, okay? Now, with designing, how has your personal identity shaped the way that you create, and vice versa? How has designing began to shape or reshape even your personal identity?
It's given me more purpose. I believe that we are not here for ourselves. God put us here for each other. And if I'm not able to uplift someone, I feel like that's one of my purposes, is to uplift. If I'm not doing that, it's like, what am I doing? Like, even with my skincare products, I'm trying to heal. People have eczema and a lot of breakouts, irritation. My butter even heals like psoriasis and things of that sort. So that it messes up a person's confidence. And all these other, chemicals and stuff that's out there. No, you don't need all of that. You use what God gave you, and you're going to be just fine.
I love
all
that.
You need. Yeah.
I love how you don't shy away from stating your faith. Especially when it pertains to living out your purpose. I'm really big on that as well. So I think that is amazing. I know we've all been gifted certain gifts for other people. Like, that is the purpose of us being here on this earth, to help other people. I truly believe that. So I think that is beautiful that you are so vocal about encouraging people as far as faith goes. I commend you on that one for sure.
Thank you.
Yes, of course. Now, mental health is super important to me as well. With everything that I do. Now, it's only right that we get into that a little bit. Do you ever find that designing is a form of therapy for you? Has it helped you to untie some knots in your own mind, or, just help you figure some things out in life?
Absolutely. I would say I'm the happiest when I'm creating. When I go through things, when I have hard times, I stop. Like, that's when I know something ain't right. When I stop creating, that's a problem. When I get back into my motion, it's like the sun is shining again.
So do you ever find yourself having to fight through wanting to stop? Like, while you might be going through something? I know that's something I definitely struggle with. So is that something that you felt as well, that you've had to keep going, maybe to find the happiness again?
Honestly, I did that in the past, and I stopped doing that. I kind of just let myself, go, grow through whatever I'm going through.
Grow through. I love that.
Yeah, and just, like, I trust the process. I gotta say, I got a lot of faith in God, so it's just like I right now I ask, should I, what you want me to do next? Should I continue? If I feel led to do it, I'm gonna do it. And right now, I feel extremely led.
I'm so happy to hear that. I'm excited, and we definitely
led. You called me at the perfect time.
With you feeling extremely led, I'm like, okay, we have to get into all that you have coming up as well. But first, I definitely want to talk about your involvement in the Virginia creative scene. I know that you did have pieces in the Culture Experience fashion shows, the first two. So tell me about your experience with that, and if we'll be able to see you again on a red carpet, or not. You were on the red carpet, on a red carpet, or on a runway, whatever the case may be.
Yes. So the Culture Experience, that was my first fashion show with my dear friend, Orlando Britt. She is a very big influence on the modeling and fashion in this area. I was asked to be a designer in the first one. And then the second one, I was a partner in that show. She gave me an opportunity to really help out, and it was great. It was beautiful. One of the best fashion show experiences I've had thus far. And after that, I kind of took a step back from doing other shows just because I do notice, like, it's a thing, everybody, I love seeing it. I love seeing all these beautiful fashion shows. I love that people want to express that and show it. But I will say, I had to take a step back just because I had people asking me to pay to be in their show. And I was just like, wait a minute, there's no show without a designer. So I felt like people should definitely come more at designers on a partnership basis. That way, that gives both of you more opportunity. You got to see it as just how you would pay a party promoter. That's like a designer. A designer is pushing this show. They are bringing people in to come and see this art. They're creating this art. They're putting all their time and their effort. They're investing in the clothes and the material. They're doing a lot. They're working. I know me, I stayed up 2 days straight sewing.
Wow.
So it's just like, it's a lot of hours that get put into this.
Put some respect on the designers immediately. No, seriously, I feel that 100%. So what do you think we can do moving forward as a creative community in order to better support our designers? Like, how can we change that for the better?
I would say, honestly, designers kind of got to step into it too as well. More community events, more, honestly, I want to, and I want people to know this too, teach children how to sew. I believe that the youth is the future. I know
Absolutely.
that for sure. If you want to change the world, you can start with the kids. So, really step in and really, like, there's a lot of people that want to express themselves, want to learn how to sew or create things. Don't be a gatekeeper. Be a person that, helps them, show them. That's what we're supposed to do. And at the end of the day, a person may know how to do the trade, but you could be given the same pieces of material and not make nothing similar at all. So you gotta give each other opportunity, step into, I would say, more community, more helping each other. I think everybody.
I totally agree with you, and I think you're doing a great job at that at this point. I know that you were just involved with the Code and Chill event, so you had your opportunity to be a mentor for the day. You know what I mean? So just more things like that and involvement in the community, like you said, I think will help to grow and water these upcoming artists. You know
Absolutely.
what I mean? Now, I'm super excited about what you have coming up in the future. So first off, please tell me, what can we expect from Alyssa the artist moving forward? What do we have coming up? What's brewing?
All right, so currently right now, my main focus has been my ÉFANT cosmetics. I am restocking on my signature ÉFANT butter. This is my healing butter. I've been selling for over 2 years now. Every customer I've had is a returning customer. I've done a lot of healing for people, healing burns and eczema, psoriasis, all of these things. But now I am finally releasing something that I've been working very hard on since the end of last year. It is my skincare regimen. It has I call it my ÉFANT Glow Serum, ÉFANT Glow Toner, and an all-natural African black soap. I also include the konjac sponges, which is very good for gentle exfoliation on your face. And I also include like a soap saver because it is a bar soap. Very heavy on all natural. I'm a firm believer in what Dr. CB said. If the earth didn't make it, don't take it. Don't put it on you. Don't put it in you. And I use myself as my own testimony.
I was about to say, I trust you looking at you.
Yeah,
girl, it makes sense.
I use it myself. I've been using this product since, I would say, September 2024. And I will show y'all the results. Stay tuned.
No, truly, I 100% believe you. You are a walking billboard. Skin is glowing. Okay, everything looking amazing. Like 100%, I would trust you on that one. Now, do you think that we could possibly see you in a fashion show soon, or is that in the cards?
Absolutely. I am opening my doors back up to everyone. I'm letting y'all know Alyssa is back. She is ready to create. I am in my mode. Catch me while I'm hot.
We said we caught her at the right time. Okay, so this
Yeah.
is definitely the time to do so. And how can people get in contact with you? Plug your socials anyway.
So my Instagram name is Alyssa the Artist. That is with 2 E's. And yeah, that pretty much has all my information up there.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, I'm excited to see what you are going to do in the future. And I also, fun question, but I kind of have an answer that I can think of. What kind of celebrity or what celebrity would you like to see in an ÉFANT piece?
Oh my gosh. Oh, one of my favorites is Alicia Keys.
Mm-hmm.
I love her so much, and I just love the way that she carries herself. She just a great depiction of what a good, amazing woman should aim to be, how they carry themselves. Well respected.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So Alicia Keys, this one's for you, girl. We want to see you in an ÉFANT piece.
Yes.
But thank you so much for joining us today for Club Creative, Alyssa. Like I said, I think I need to go ahead and put my order in for something. I want a custom ÉFANT piece because I want to feel the confidence that you speak of. Like,
Girl, I would love to dress you.
Okay, period. Now let's get that in the books. But ladies and gentlemen, again, you can reach Alyssa on Instagram at Alyssa the Artist. That's THEE Artist. Alyssa, again, thank you so much for being here with us today. And ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned. I got your mental health moment with Mercedes coming up next on Hot 91, The Soul of VA.